Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The Dukha are a small group of families who live in northern Mongolia. There are thought to be about 200 Dukha people, also known as the Satan, which means reindeer people, herders in Mongolian, or the Tuvans. They live a nomadic life and traverse the beautiful and remote Mongolian countryside that consists of lakes, rivers, forests, and plains. The Dukha, the last protectors of Mongolia's reindeer people. Watch on to find out more.
Vegan, proud of yourself, conquering.
Sambeno, serene viewers. This means, how are you in the Mongolian language? I am Bakalma. The wise people of Mongolia enjoy breathing in the fresh air of the Mongolian plains and hope that you too enjoy the relaxation that comes with deep breathing. We are gladdened by your company today as we share today's show. The Dukha, the last protectors of Mongolia's reindeer people. The Dukha are a small group of families who live in northern Mongolia. There are thought to be about 200 Dukha people, also known as the Tatang, which means reindeer people, herders in Mongolian or the Tuvans. They live a nomadic life and traverse the beautiful and remote Mongolian countryside that consists of lakes, rivers, forests, and plains. This community is the smallest ethnic minority in Mongolia. Many of the Dukha are originally from Russia and Siberia and speak Dukhan, which is a Turkic language. In addition to speaking Mongolian, though the younger children nowadays tend to only speak Mongolian. Within the Dukha, there are two major groups based on territory. There is the Western Forest Group, whose members tend to migrate in smaller groups, consisting of 2 to 3 families. These groups tend to have about 20 to 180 people of the reindeer kingdom per family. This group migrates approximately every 5 weeks with about 10 migrations each year. The summer migration lands are higher in elevation. The winter camps are the lowest in elevation, and the milder seasons of spring and autumn have migration areas that are in between the two. Most camp locations are located between 1,850 and 2,100 meters above sea level. The Dzung or Eastern Forest Group live in larger communities with 11 to 19 families living nearby to each other. The Dzung move 4 to 6 times per year, and they tend to have fewer reindeer people. The Tsaganor-Sum Center is the district capital that has a small population of about 1,700 people that provides supplies, medical help, and shamanic assistance for the Dukha. The Dukha people are a resilient and strong people. They persevere in extreme environments, with temperatures in the highland taiga as low as minus 40 degrees Celsius in winter. The taiga is the word that the Dukha use for the mountainous plateau located above the alpine trees, otherwise known as the boreal forest. To keep warm in these harsh climates, the Dukha live in teepees that are very strategically constructed. For larger teepees, 28 to 32 large poles make up the frame, which is then covered with canvas. In the center of the home is the wooden cooking stove, whose chimney goes up all the way to the top of the teepee or arch. In this way, the stove and chimney provide much-needed warmth and can be used as a heater throughout the night. Though nowadays some families live in permanent wooden houses in the winter pasture area. Camps may also have some modern features. For example, one may notice a solar panel outside the home, while inside there might be a car battery-powered satellite television. a radio transmitter, and a hand-operated sewing machine. A short-wave radio is very useful for communicating with the closest villages in times of an emergency and to keep up on the latest news. To best endure the remote land in which they dwell, the Dukha come together and form a community, where several families camp near each other and share in the tasks of raising the people of the Reindeer Kingdom and in the everyday duties. Daily duties involve making breakfast and enjoying tea. Then some of the community lead the reindeer people out to graze all day. Firewood also needs to be chopped. Men and women of society enjoy equal status, though mothers are recognized with special authority because they carry out their daily chores in addition to raising the children. The women's role is to look after the house and the children. They also help the reindeer people with birthing their offspring, and the men help look after the reindeer people. At night time, the reindeer people are guided back to the safety of the camp, where they will remain closer to the teepees for safety. Before bedtime, the Dukha will again check that the reindeer people are all okay. It is important to understand the relationship that the Dukha has with the reindeer people. They see the reindeer people as an extension of their family. Although they consume reindeer people dairy products, they do this in a respectful manner that leaves enough milk for the baby deer to drink and to grow up healthy, strong, and happy. They believe that their connection with the reindeer people is spiritual, and their view of the land is that they share the landscape instead of owning it. They place value on the lives of the reindeer people. It is said that the Dukha and the reindeer people have a symbiotic relationship. The Dukha would not survive in the climate without the reindeer people, and without the Dukha, the reindeer people would not be safe due to wild animal people from other kingdoms. The Dukha truly recognize the intelligence within these beautiful reindeer people. Traditionally, they would choose a white male reindeer person that they would ceremonially bless. They would then follow this reindeer person as he led them to their next grazing area. The tribe have so much trust in the reindeer people that it is common to see young children interacting with them and even napping with the gentle beings. The children are taught herding techniques from a young age and regularly walk about petting and hugging the reindeer people. Visitors to the remote community also comment on how amiable the reindeer people are. They are said to show curiosity and to follow the visitors and to affectionately push their faces into the bags as well as into the bags. This insightful view comes through the lens of their spirituality. They believe that spirits inhabit nature, including animal people, trees, and stones. People who can interact with the spirits are the shamans, who can be either male or female. One particular shaman, Scientific, has an interesting story about how she became a shaman. From the age of 7 to 37, she experienced poor health with dizziness, fevers, headaches, and even paralysis of the legs. Scientific received a message from heaven that it was her destiny to become a shaman, and once she made the decision to be a shaman, her health returned. Shamans such as Scientific may wear ceremonial dress and use the drum during ceremonies. She also burns a branch of juniper before ceremonies, using the smoke to cleanse her ceremonial robes and the drum that she uses. The shamans also observe that people's soul can somehow escape from their bodies while they are still living and perform special ceremonies to facilitate the soul moving back into the body.
There are always vegan options on menus. Alan Cumming, vegan.
Delightful viewers, we are going to pause for a moment to give gratitude for all of the blessings that we have in our lives. We will return soon with more information on the resilient Dukha people. Welcome back to our show, the Dukha, the last protectors of Mongolia's reindeer people. Thus far, we have learned how hardy these communities are. living in such remote taiga areas and maintaining a spiritual connection with nature. Over the years, they have come to develop a knowledge of medicinal plants, and they sell or barter extra berries, pinecone nuts, and medicinal plants in exchange for food and clothing from people in remote rural villages. One particular medicinal plant is extremely interesting. The Onsen Brew is a plant that grows high up in the taiga mountains. The plant is said to have the most healing properties before the flower blooms. The mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual dimensions of health are considered with this plant in the way that it is used. Instead of cultivating the plant, the sick person makes the journey to the plant. Overcoming the challenges on the journey to the flower signifies one's intention to recover from illness. A person might make the journey on 3 consecutive days. Once they have reached the flower, the part that is used for healing is actually the drops of moisture or dew that has collected on the plant. It is believed that the life force of the flower becomes infused and concentrated into the dew drops. People travel from as far as Ulaanbaatar in search of this healing plant, and there are specific people in the Dukha tribe that guide them on the healing journey to the plant. In recent years, the Dukha have been saddened by decline in health of the reindeer people. There has been an increase in ticks and parasites on the reindeer people, dog people, and horse people, as well as other illnesses. These are believed to be due to climate change, different migration patterns, due to mining and other factors in the environment, as well as diseases that the reindeer people might be catching from livestock that they pass between their travels. The Dukha are only too aware of the impact of climate change on their environment. There is less snow, and the rivers seem to have less water. The soil also seems drier. They have reported that the snow doesn't melt as quickly in springtime, and that the summers are shorter and hotter. The hot weather isn't ideal for the people of the reindeer kingdom, who thrive in cooler temperatures. Warmer summers are associated with more insects. This, coupled with the reduced ice patches, means that the reindeer people can't rely on snow patches to escape from insects. The reindeer people also have fewer offspring in hotter weather. The Dukha have thus been speaking out to community and government leaders regarding climate change. Their wish is to work with the governments in order to preserve the precious land and all of the beautiful offerings that nature bestows upon us. This commitment to preserving nature and protecting our beautiful world for our future children is especially inspiring and commendable.
Turn vegan. Feeling like all the animal people sending you good vibes? We forgot to warn you of that.
Esteemed viewers, what a delight it has been to have you with us on today's episode of Cultural Traces Around the World. May our connection to nature deepen as we make our planet a flourishing haven for the flora and fauna kingdoms.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/CTAW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/CTAW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/CTAW.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/CTAW.